organization.
Yes.
Who?
I mean, I'm not
The
saying
ones who tried to shut down Halloween and it ain't happening.
it's
Not
right.
gonna happen.
While they're
I
having
saw
their
this perfect meme, and it was like, if adults can do this, and it was going through a drive-through and grabbing food from another person. It was like,
Yeah.
then kids can do this. And it was
Exactly.
Right.
kids
Yes.
getting
genius.
trick-or-treating.
Yeah, but the difference is we don't have plexiglass in our doorways.
Does that mean
I'll
instead of
put plexiglass in my doorway.
I got saran wrap.
you don't know what my house looks like? But does that
do.
mean that instead of checking for like razor blades and needles in our
We're
kids,
gonna check for coronavirus.
exactly,
Get it tested. All of it.
We're gonna
Oh, that's a needle. It's fine.
Put it-
We're just
put it in
concerned
like
about coronavirus this time.
put it in a UV chamber for like a day.
All bars are off limits.
That's the hand sanitizer that causes cancer. Let's take that out of there.
Bro, fun fact, we had to recall a bunch of hand sanitizer from work because it had too much methanol, and the FDA's like, you need to get rid of this crap.
Oh, jeez.
Too much
True
methanol?
story. Yeah.
What is methanol?
It's a chemical.
Okay.
Don't they put it in cigarettes?
No,
Probably.
that's menthol.
Mental.
Are you thinking meth? Like just meth?
What is methanol?
Maybe.
Methanol is a chemical that I think is used in like
Is it
fuels,
used in gasoline?
like jet fuels.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's in this hand sanitizer, which apparently messes with your brain.
Yeah, it'll get you a naturally
Yeah.
rolling high.
Basically, meth.
You know,
It's all right.
But in
you
a
know
bad way.
uppers?
Yeah.
Yeah. when you
Uppers,
say, like,
downers,
No.
whippets, whippets. Yeah, whippets. Isn't that where you take the can, you flip it up, and
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
that was called the
Like a
hopper.
night at the Roxbury.
sound effects are much more powerful on these things.
Yeah. So
Kind of like it.
he get you high.
Oh man. So Zach, you were asking earlier about the Denver airport. I was curious about it too. I was looking it up, and yeah, there's quite a bit. So with that, we're gonna come in to Five's a Crowd. Welcome back, everybody.
We here.
Hello.
And as some of you have requested, this is our first time with a camera on us.
Weird.
And you might notice we sound a lot better.
Yes. We got some good stuff here.
We
So-
spent a lot of money on microphones, so you better
Some-
enjoy this in your
Yes, we
ears.
did.
We? Who's this we? You got a mouse
Airjoy.
in your pocket?
All right, I did.
He's hoping he's hoping we pay him back. We gave him a good solid IOU.
Handmade.
Crocheted.
That one's worth a lot of money. You might not hold on to that one.
250,000.
Wait, bro.
Oh,
So you
man.
talking to me, you want to bring up the subject of conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. I want to bring it up because
Ham's in heaven.
I know very, very little. And so I am curious myself.
I'm the same way.
You know what?
I don't know a lot.
You'd be surprised.
Maybe I
You'd
know
be
more than I
surprised.
think I do.
Think of something that you think might be a conspiracy theory that you've heard in your lifetime.
How big my mom is.
That is a verified fact. Just kidding, Sean. I love you.
Wow.
Don't
Wow.
kill me. I'm so sorry.
Sean.
Shanna. That's what I meant to say. Okay, you know what?
Her name.
You know what? I'll let you punch me in the face.
He
I don't care.
He talked about a mama and he died.
If Cam's not here next week, that's why.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying it's true, but I'm just saying.
All
Okay.
those, yo, mama's so big.
I don't know. I guess you mentioned one earlier. It's like the moon landing.
Exactly.
I never really considered
So
that.
that is one that
real.
people actually
It happened.
think didn't happen.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of things that big events that people think did not happen. 9/11.
9/11.
going to
Well,
the moon.
9/11. They know it happened, but the conspiracy is that it was an inside job
With the government.
that was
yes.
pulled by the government.
Yeah. And then there's also the Holocaust.
That one did happen. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's
But no,
got
there
way
are,
too
there
many
are
facts.
Holocaust deniers. Like straight up, they
That's
don't believe
ridiculous.
that it happened.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But there's even like
Like JFK?
tons of little ones too.
Like JFK. Isn't the conspiracy that he shot first?
The magic bullet theory.
No, that's Han Solo in Star Wars Episode 4.
No, it's on. Have you seen Pixels with Adam Sandler?
Yes.
Where he's like,
Oh, that's true.
yeah, the government's been after me ever since I got the hidden tape of the JFK assassination. JFK shot first.
Well, I mean, here, think right here. This is one I'm sure everyone knows about, Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge conspiracy because nobody knows. Like, they say they're just an Air Force base, but nobody knows what they're doing.
Well, didn't they just come out and say that they what was it, the Marines? They came out and said that they actually have material from
no,
not on
that
this
was
planet?
that was
The Pentagon,
that was
man.
the Pentagon.
Yeah.
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 They released video from a fighter pilot chasing an orb-like, a pill-shaped object through the sky.
Jeez Louise.
Was that?
That was his stupid
Horrible.
Oh my gosh! Why did that sound so much scarier?
Turn mine on
in
silent.
here? Holy crap!
That scared the crap out of me.
I thought somebody died.
I thought, seriously. I was about to yell out, like, Jess, you okay?
Let me just turn this on silent.
That's
Well-
a good time for everyone to check their phones and make sure they're
Yes.
silent.
They are.
Always.
They also, though, said that they found down aircraft that's not of this world, too.
Yeah.
The Pentagon
Well,
has made a
materials
statement.
not of this world.
Materials.
See,
That's
now-
what it was.
Isn't that kind of a conspiracy theory in itself that they purposely released the alien video to sidetrack people from something else?
No, that's the whole thing. Is like it's so it's a conspiracy wrapped in a conspiracy. You don't know what's happening because they could just be misleading us from something else by saying they're not misleading us about aliens and trying to hide it, although they're the ones putting out the information. If you're watching the video, I'm using quotations a lot.
Cam's definitely the bunny going down the hole on this one.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, okay, guys, I'm just saying.
So one thing that I've learned about Cam over the years that we've done Men Try, every time he comes over, we have a good conversation about conspiracies. He's deeply passionate about conspiracies. So I'm going to totally eat up all this, and I'm just going to enjoy listening to you ramble on and on about conspiracies.
See, here's the thing. I don't believe all of them. Okay, look. So my thoughts on this stuff are that I don't necessarily believe all the conspiracies, but I think there's too many rich and powerful people and too many hidden spaces in this world for there not to be stuff going on. I'm just saying.
I can agree with that.
Agreed. For sure.
There's stuff going on. But so Area 51, you got Inner Earth.
Yep.
Okay, we dabbled a little bit on that.
Yeah, never heard of that one.
Yeah, bud.
It said when you brought it up last time.
There's an Earth inside the Earth.
The lizard people live there, too.
Lizard
I mean,
people.
Like on Futurama,
wait.
where
You
old
actually-
New York is under new New York.
Okay.
No, that's real.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, what happened to Old Mexico? Just kidding.
Do you actually believe the Inner Earth thing?
No, that's
Oh,
one I
okay,
don't believe
okay.
in. But the freaking Nazis did. They straight up sent people to find there was supposedly a massive cave system that leads into Inner Earth.
Well, the Nazis believe in the Holy Grail, too.
They also believed in the occult and spirits, and they would call on demons to help them fight the war.
I mean, they also
Yeah.
believe in
Well.
the superior race, so
Yeah.
Well, we proved them wrong.
Back
we didn't.
That crap crazy.
my ancestors.
Nope, us
They're all-
personally.
They also took meth, but that's another story.
That
Methanol.
was testing, yeah. They had testing with it.
But yeah, dude, there's
Like-
an Inner Earth, apparently.
See,
Lots
ones
of
like
stuff.
that. I want to know who gets these started because
There's
Some Joe Schmo on
That's
the corner.
the thing.
I bet there's
Yeah.
different.
There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think a lot of things start, it all starts in the unknown. You don't know, you don't have the full facts, you don't know what's going on. So people will start to put their own facts onto little facts they find, like they'll build upon it.
Some of these, too, though, I think are just people who feel like they don't get enough attention in life. And they're like,
Oh, yeah.
there's lizard
sure.
people.
Yeah. Well,
You
but
know,
like,
that's-
some of them gain some major traction.
Yeah.
Like the lizard people.
Yeah.
There's like,
What's that guy's name? Ike or something? His last name's Ike. He's-
which one?
that he started the lizard people. He said he was in a bookstore and he said that all of a sudden he heard a voice telling him to go to this aisle. So he goes to that aisle and he goes on. He was like a announcer for sports, and he was like well known in Britain. And he goes on a show to do an interview, and he's like, I am the Messiah, and I'm supposed to tell you guys about lizard people. And they're after your souls and they drink the blood of your children. Like,
And they
he
like
went crazy.
Well, they hide in human skins, man, and they're in places of power,
They
and they're
morph.
like celebrities and stuff. And
Yeah.
there's actually videos of people claiming that's proof of lizard people, because they'll straight up go to blink their eye, and you know how lizards have that extra like inner eyelid. In these videos, these people will like blink their inner eyelid before their actual eye shuts.
And it's like a millimeter difference.
It is.
Do
It
you know what
is
else,
so
though?
funny.
I saw that
Another
once
way to see them.
on Men in Black.
Do you know what else they say, though? They say one of the marks of someone's a lizard person who's morphed into a human is they're a ginger. Serious, 100%. That's what they say.
I mean, I'm not saying it's true, but I mean, I'm
Wow.
just
Just
saying.
Zach, look at me.
You blink.
blinking.
You blink right now.
I ain't blinking. I ain't doing it.
He's doing this thing with his tongue.
Abe Lincoln?
I heard that
Hey,
I didn't say Abe Lincoln. I
That-
said, hey, Blinken.
That reminds me of another conspiracy, is that every time there's an awkward silence, someone in the room is thinking about Abraham Lincoln.
What?
Nah.
Just watch. The rest of your life, you
now
will
I'm
be
gonna
that
be
person.
thinking about
That's-
Abraham Lincoln.
Every time.
That's where conspiracy theories start, is with like this.
Incredible.
Everybody
goes,
It's full of fools.
I feel like it's just a little seed in the mind, and then it grows and grows. Because I'll admit it, there's been stuff I've read on like Facebook, things like that, that it's like a tiny, nah, that can't be true. And then I start reading it more. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of interesting. And then,
well,
yeah.
again, it's like little. It's the fantastical hidden in the truth. Like, I mean, look at like this last year with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't kill himself.
I guarantee most people thought that was a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like the
I-
whole fact that he was this psycho pedophile who had a freaking island where he would bring people. Did you know there's a submarine port on that island?
I know.
And they
I didn't
could
know that.
bring people in by submarine.
to hide them.
Yeah.
What?
Well, look at their like jet logs and all the famous people they had on there. They had Bill Clinton on there multiple times. They had like these high paid lawyers, like super famous lawyers, all this stuff in his actual records of being on his plane that he would fly to the island.
Did you guys
I-
watch the Epstein files?
No.
Yes, it made me very angry.
I didn't finish it.
That makes me
It
sick.
made me so mad. Pedophilia stuff just angers me to
Yeah.
the core.
Yep.
And like totally
Yes,
off topic,
100%.
But the whole thing behind Cuties on Netflix right now
Oh,
has me livid.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
It makes me.
I
Oh my
still
gosh.
haven't finished the Epstein. I've got one more episode, but to go back onto that, I was watching the thing and I was going to figure out why he died. Totally got a different story, by the way.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, when are they going to get to?
But again,
Why he died.
the whole thing makes you go, he did not kill himself. That dude believed he was always winning. He always believed he was the smartest man in the room. Look at him when he got arrested and he served jail time. He was in a jail that he could leave all day. He only
Yeah.
had to come back and sleep there for 18 months.
Yeah. No, he didn't kill himself. I don't
No.
think he did.
I saw,
I didn't even know what to say.
Have you seen the gifs of the deer that's dead on the road? It says they knew Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Yes. I saw this one that was a picture of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton with those, those glasses that have like the big nose and the
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah.
And they were dressed as security guards and they're like, we're here to protect Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
on my search of different conspiracy theories, I saw that the Clintons were a conspiracy theory. That they have
Bro.
like had like over 50 people assassinated.
I mean, I'm just saying, guys, if you watch this or listen to this and then you never hear a podcast from us again, just know.
We did not kill
You
ourselves.
know.
We spread the truth.
I'm telling you now, we did not commit suicide.
Yeah.
I like myself.
Dude, they're involved in a lot. And I honestly, like, again, it goes back to, I believe that people in positions of power like them easily can get away with a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, including murder.
In case you want to know, my name's Joe Diggler, and I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's it.
or you can like just lose 30,000 emails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? They just disappear.
What
Which,
was Benghazi? That was the Benghazi thing, wasn't it?
bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be saying bro a lot because for some reason it goes around with conspiracy theories.
Bro.
Bro, here's one for you. This one is interesting. Have you heard of the last Thursdayism?
What? This is new.
Conspiracy theory that says all of your memories of your past could have been created recently. For example, just last Thursday. Can you prove otherwise?
Well, why
That's
would
a
you do it on a
conspiracy
Thursday?
theory. That's what they're just saying.
Thursday's the worst day of the week.
Well, today's a Thursday.
is.
Blah.
Like,
It really
right?
is.
It's a
kind of
blah
like a
day.
Tuesday.
Yeah. It's like, but it's second to Tuesday because it's got more letters, and so it's more annoying to say.
Yeah.
Well, there's the one that Y2K
Bro, that
Same
had
thing.
the whole. I remember
that
that
the world really ended,
everyone was
and that
afraid.
now we're in the Matrix or whatever. It's
Yeah.
No,
I've heard that.
it was no.
Yeah.
It was
False.
actually.
I can't dodge bullets.
It was actually. Have you heard of the?
because you're not the one.
Yeah.
The
Morpheus, unplug me.
the Mandela Effect. Have you heard of the
disappears.
Mandela Effect?
yes,
Now this one's crazy.
yeah.
This is
The
wild.
Mandela Effect
What's the
is
Mandela
wild.
effect?
So the Mandela Effect. Okay,
I've heard of this, but-
think back. Does the Monopoly Man have a monocle or no?
Does what?
The Monopoly Man.
Yes.
No,
He doesn't.
Does he have a what?
A monocle.
What's a monocle?
It's the like single
know.
islands.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
No.
he does.
No, he doesn't. Pull it up and show me.
That's called, that right there is a prime example of the Mandela Effect.
What, you remember the book, the children's book about the little family of bears? They would wear
The
overalls and
Bernstein
stuff.
Bears.
Is it Berenstein or Berenstein?
Steen.
Bernstein.
Bernstein.
You sure?
Yes.
Look it up.
Berenstain.
Look,
Look it up.
S with an A-I-N.
It's
that
a
one's
EIN.
bear stained.
Berenstain.
Mother of hell.
These
Is it
these-
Looney Tunes Toons or
It's
Looney Tunes
Tunes.
Tunes?
No, it is the tunes. Tunes.
I believe that one's correct.
That one is correct.
That one is
That
correct.
is correct.
That's
But
correct.
That's in a nutshell.
Oh my goodness, he doesn't. Ah, see, he's got one there.
That's a video about the Mandela Effect.
Gotcha.
So that is a prime example of the Mandela Effect. It's
I don't like it.
things that you think were true or real and are not.
Exactly. And are you ready to hear the explanation as to why it happened and why it's called the Mandela Effect?
No, I don't like it.
Okay, you ready for this? So, think, I believe is it CERN, Switzerland? Or Burns? It's CERN is like the place in Switzerland where they have like
It's
major, stop. Where they have major like scientific conferences and stuff. And they built the Super Hadron Collider. Okay, so it's this massive piece of scientific technology where they basically shoot atoms into each other to see what happens. So the idea is that I think it was, I can't remember the exact year. I want to say 2012, but essentially they turned on the Super Hadron Collider and blew up the universe. So this is the conspiracy, okay? Which involves multi-universes. So there's a multiverse, and when our world exploded, we were instantly, all our consciousnesses were transferred into an alternate universe where some of us were dead, like our doppelgangers or whatever you want to call them were dead, and we took their places. And that's why some people remember things from the past in different ways. The reason they call it the Mandela Effect is because they did a study and they would ask people, you know who Nelson Mandela is?
Yes.
Now, what happened to Nelson Mandela?
I got it right here, but
He went to jail, and then what happened?
he died in.
Did he die in jail, or did he get out of jail and become the leader of South Africa?
This is weird because this is saying a lot of people remember him dying in the 1980s. I swore he died in the 1980s, but it says he died in 2013.
Yeah,
he didn't.
He did not die in jail. He got out of jail, and he became the leader of South Africa. That is the Mandela Effect.
I could have sworn he died in the 80s.
Exactly. And so half the people think he died, the other half think he didn't.
Now, what makes you think that he died in the 80s? Because you were born in the 80s.
It's just, I don't know. When Nelson Mandela, I just think of him as an old guy. So if you were to say, did he die in the 80s or he died in 2013 or 2010, I would have said 1980s.
Remember?
I don't remember a lot from him. Like
See,
growing up.
I knew he was alive, but mainly just because of the movie Invictus,
Mm-hmm.
where
Ah,
Morgan,
see, I haven't seen that.
Morgan Freeman plays him. It's about a rugby team, and
And
so
it was all about that. Like it was about Nelson Mandela because he made a lot of massive changes in South Africa.
Okay, here's one. How do you spell Febreze?
with an F.
And a breeze.
H.
Is it with two
PHO.
E's or one in the middle?
2 E's.
2 E's.
That's how I spell it too, but that's not how it's
What?
spelled.
It's only one.
So it's Fabrizi.
Yes.
Fabrizi.
It's Italian. It's very Italian.
Is it really?
I don't think so.
It should be.
Fruit Loops.
Let's isn't it?
Is
Wouldn't
it
that be like
UI or two O's?
Oh, snap, it's-
Oh.
I think it's 2 O's.
no.
I think it
Two
is
O's.
2 O's.
It is two O's.
so?
Oh, because they were made of Fruit Loops.
So would it be like gaslighting on a major level? That's what the Mandela effect is.
Pretty
right?
much.
You just keep saying something till
Well,
people
no,
believe
I mean
it.
the
and it gets
idea is
passed
that
on.
like people who try to disprove it, it's essentially just showing how fallible the human memory is.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like because your memory can be influenced.
no,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Oh, you made a genuine no face.
Like-
You married? I know it can be.
Did you ever see that? Gosh, what was it? I want to say it was on Netflix. Anyway, it was.
Or was
what's
it on
that-
Hulu?
What's that magician show on Netflix?
Magic for humans.
That one, Magic for Humans. There's an episode where something crazy happens. They're doing it on purpose, and they have a dual actor, or they do like some sort of magic to make him replay or something, and they question the memory of the person who saw what happened.
Huh.
And the person that is running the event or whatever is like the crazy thing that happens. He, they bring him back and they have him come back dressed just slightly different. Like maybe they throw a coat on him or something, but it's the same exact person that just whatever happened to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he interviews them and he's like, could you tell me what they look like? And it's like it happened right there in front of him. It was the exact same guy, but just because they changed like a lab coat or something on him, it's like now they can't identify him.
Crazy.
Trippy.
Dude, it's wild. And I think that's another reason like so many of these things are like these conspiracy theories can keep going. Is like you question everything. Like look at this year. I keep making the joke this year, but I'm dead serious. If 2020 has taught me anything, it's to have trust issues.
Real quick, I want to go over two more of the Mandelas. These things.
He's
these
lost.
things are
He's
freaking
lost to the
lost.
Mandela.
I am.
It's
I
fun.
just
It's
want to go over two
interesting.
more. Is it Flintstones or Flintstones?
Flint.
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 The Flintstones. Because that's how they would start fires.
That's the Simpsons tune, though.
That was.
Mandela effect.
Another conspiracy. We'll get into that.
I want to say it's no T. Is it? Is
It's
there
with
a
a T.
There is a T?
Flintstones.
Really?
I
And
was
then,
right.
This one's for you. Forrest Gump. How is the line with the box of chocolates? What's the line? Where he says,
Life is like a box of chocolates.
no. Life was like a box of chocolates. You
And then-
never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, I heard one like that too, and it's the
The
Darth
song.
Vader.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Darth
yeah,
Vader.
yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
not Luke, I am your father. He never says
Yeah.
Luke.
He just says, I am your
I
father.
am
But I
your
mean,
father.
growing up, I did that into the fan constantly.
Yeah.
Well, because we got that
Definitely.
from Tommy Boy. Luke.
Oh, that's what it's
Luke.
from.
Uh-huh.
This one. Oh, yeah. So this one, We Are the Champions.
Let's see.
Now, this one, I've actually debunked myself. Because they claim that at the end of the song, when Freddie Mercury's like, we are the champions or whatever, and like he's ending, what does he say after that?
No time for
friend.
friend
What do you always sing?
of the world.
Yes.
Mm.
Now, he doesn't say that in the end of it, but I've debunked it because listening to the song, he does say it.
He
It's
does
just
say
not
it
at the
one
end.
point,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just not at the end.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of wishy-washy because again, it's in the song. He says it.
Yeah.
It's just not at the end. That's Sinbad?
Yes. It says in here Sinbad never played a genie. Many
That is-
argue
no.
that confusing this
No.
You think he played a genie?
I swear he did. I
Shazam.
vividly see him.
Oh no,
in-
that wasn't. That was
no, and that was Kazam.
Kazam.
No, that's
No,
not
that
Sinbad
wasn't
though.
him.
That was
No,
Shaquille.
That's
no,
Shaquille.
but that's actually another Mandela effect. Some people think it's called Shazam. It's Kazam.
Yes, it's Kazam.
Well,
Oh.
Shazam is a music app.
Well,
no,
Shazam's also the superhero.
He's a superhero before he was a music app.
Well, yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, I vividly remember seeing him in like a white and gold vest and like hammer pants, being a genie in something.
Yeah, that's Shaquille
I
O'Neal
know,
and
I know
Kazam.
Shaquille O'Neal,
He's
but
never been in a.
I
He's
swear
never played a genie in a
Sinbad
movie.
was one.
Was he kind of like something like that?
No,
Maybe that was just his normal way of dressing.
he
It
definitely
could've
wore
been
the
a normal
MC
way of
Hammer
dressing.
pants.
No, Sinbad was never.
Okay, I noticed you have one that says something about the number of the U.S. states. I'm curious.
The correct answer is 50, of course,
Duh.
obviously. But some people recall learning that there were 51 or 52 states.
Those people are just not smart.
It's the same thing.
You know
if
what it is? You know what it is? They think that it's New England.
And Washington D.C.
No. There was an episode that we filmed where Cam thought New England was a state.
And there's an episode of Friends where Joey does the same thing, and his arguments are my arguments.
Now back on the states thing, I could see how some people. Well, I guess you said
So-
if people learned it, that it would be from a time ago. But I was thinking, oh well, we've got actually have not that they're states, but we've got like the PR and we've
U.S.
got,
Yeah, we have
territories.
territories.
Yeah.
we have additional territories, which I could see people confusing.
Well, and
as
even
states.
Washington D.C. is not a state, or it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a district. Like it's not a state, and it's not like
But
the
it's
Vatican.
necessarily a
state.
city.
Like
no,
the Vatican.
it's its own. It's actually kind of separate from that state that it's in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
I heard that if Biden wins, he's looking to make D.C. a state.
Yeah, they want to turn it into a state, among other things.
Yes.
Why?
Interesting.
Because then it'll give
they'll have another Democratic state to give more electoral votes towards Democrats.
it'll give him a superpower.
Yeah,
From what I've been told.
same reason they want to pack the courts
So
with more
do
justices.
some people think that the 50 states are like the mainland, and then Hawaii and Alaska
That would
are
be
the
my
two?
guess. It doesn't
Maybe.
say, but that would be my guess.
Hmm.
Okay.
Also,
last,
side note, it blows my mind that Alaska is like the size of half of mainland U.S.
right?
That
Okay,
is
last
wild.
one. C3PO. Is he all gold or does he have a silver leg?
He is all gold, but there is an episode where he has a silver leg.
That's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure he's all gold at some point.
I want to say he was all gold.
It says in here the robot isn't all gold. He has one silver piece on his right leg.
One silver piece,
But
or
I'm
one
pretty
silver
sure-
leg?
It is one like it's not his whole leg. It's like from the knee down.
Isn't it
That's
after
ticky tacky.
But I don't
Isn't that
think
after he
he's,
gets
I
ripped
don't
apart
think
in Cloud
he's
City?
ever, I don't
Yes.
think he's ever completely gold though.
I swear he is at some point. Maybe it's the
'Cause
sand
in the
reflecting on
prequels,
him.
He has a red leg.
True. And in the prequels, he's
Isn't it
naked.
red? I thought he had a red leg at one
The
point.
prequels, he's naked. Remember, he's walking around with his parts and his
That's true.
all his cables showing. It's in the sequels to the sequels.
That's right.
That's when
He
he's
has the
got
red,
his
yeah.
So the
red
scene,
arm. I
the
think.
scene that's coming up to me is when they're getting awarded at the very end of it. I swear he's all polished up, all gold.
Yeah, he's all shiny.
I don't know.
Well,
Uh-oh.
real quick
I don't
though, when I messed
Mm.
up with the little Simpsons song, have you heard the Simpsons time traveler conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Is that why the Simpsons always
they can
predict
guess?
things?
Yes.
Dude, that is actually some
It's
really
spooky.
crazy stuff.
It's spooky.
It's real.
My
crazy.
favorite
It
one
is.
that they've guessed is the Trump one,
Yeah.
where he's going down
And
the
it's-
escalator waving on the
Yeah.
Simpsons, and then
It's
that exact thing
insane.
happens in real life.
Exactly. So they predicted the Ebola outbreak in 1997, and 2014 rolls around, and Ebola became a pandemic of global attention.
Murder
They-
hornets?
Did they pronounce? Did
Dude,
they?
You
Yeah.
need to go.
I think I saw that
Can
one.
you share the entire list of things that this whole because for those tuning in and listening and that don't know, there is an astounding number of coincidences between Simpsons and real life
Oh, yeah.
events.
Yeah.
It is
Didn't
wild.
they?
I have a
didn't the
massive
Simpsons
list.
predict the coronavirus?
Yes. So they had
It
it,
was a-
showed
It was a
The
Chinese,
Chinese.
guy sneezing into a box.
yeah, and covering it up and holding it. And then after that, the murder hornets came in the same episode, and that was all this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember the murder
Dude,
hornets.
Go
That's
ahead.
hilarious.
I'm telling you.
Tell us the
So
list.
so we got like they predicted
That's
the
awesome.
Apple iPhone in 1994.
When did the original iPhone come out?
2007.
7. Okay.
They predicted the Siegfried and Roy tiger attack in 2003.
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
Exactly. And well, it happened in 2003. They predicted it in 93. FaceTime. They predicted FaceTime. That wouldn't be too hard, though.
that's not hard to
people knew.
predict.
Yeah, people knew we'd be talking.
The Jetsons did.
Yeah, for real. But they flew around in cars. We don't have that.
Yet.
Dumb. Faulty voter machines. So in 2008, there was that issue with the voting
remember that,
machines.
where Homer Simpson's like hitting the screen. He's like, no, I don't want that one.
Yep. And then footage was discovered of voter machines that recorded votes for a certain delegate despite the majority voting for someone else. And that was in 2012 with Mitt Romney and Obama. NSA spying scandal. That was predicted by the Simpsons movie, had the NSA listening in on conversations in 2007.
And didn't.
And then it was revealed in 2013 with the whistleblower. Snowden.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys are nuts. Smartwatches were predicted in 95, true in 2014. Financial problems in Greece. It was predicted with the news channel Headbutt saying that Europe put Greece on eBay. 2015, it came crashing down. Disney's takeover of Fox was predicted in 98.
It said,
Are you for real?
Yeah. So in one of their things, it said 20th Century Fox. It was a sign.
Yep.
Sub-partner of Disney.
A division of Walt Disney Co.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Super Bowl, what is that? 25,
They've guessed like 3 or 4 different Super
26,
Bowls.
and 27. 3 in a row.
Yeah.
All predicted
They
by
guessed
the Simpsons. The
actual
winner
winner?
of all 3
Really?
of those.
I think one of them, they legitimately guessed one of the scores too.
Wasn't that the?
Or got like really close. Like they
I
guessed.
think it was the Falcons Patriots game where the Falcons were up by quite a bit, and then
Which one they
Patriots
lost it.
Yeah. And then the Patriots
Yes,
came
I
back
remember
and
that.
won. I think that was the
No,
one
I
that
do-
they
I
guessed
did
it
see
right
that.
down to the score.
Yep.
Like,
Yep, they got the score right. Again, the President Trump one. That one was still blows my mind because I watched the video and it's
It is
the exact same thing.
picture
Mhm.
for picture,
It's
the exact
so
same event.
I'm gonna have
Weird.
to check into that. I haven't
It's
seen that.
wild.
Okay,
Huh.
here we go. The God
Matt.
particle. So when I was talking about the Mandela Effect,
Mhm.
they created the God particle in 2012, which caused it, us to be transferred into the minds of people in another universe. But they predicted that. So they predicted the God particle in 1998, and it was discovered in 2012.
Dude,
Bro,
Matt
He-
Groening has a time traveling machine.
He definitely is a time traveler.
They even-
1000%.
they even predicted. So not only did he predict coronavirus, they predicted Tom Hanks in quarantine.
Are you for real?
Yeah,
No.
in 1993, the show depicted a package from Osaka, Japan, giving everyone a very contagious disease. Furthermore, they predicted the country's lockdown. That's the episode with the NSA prediction. Dude, they're all intertwined. I'm just saying, look at the facts.
AKA
Right.
the Simpsons.
I'm going to start following Matt Groening on any stock purchases.
Right?
For real.
Like,
Just
all right,
watch what he buys.
what are you buying next? Just let me know.
Dude, so they've had more
wait,
than
how did they
18
finish
accurate.
the
So
prediction of
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Hanks.
So Tom Hanks quarantine. They had Tom Hanks on the show claiming this is Tom Hanks saying that if you see me, leave me be in the Simpsons movie. Now he's really in quarantine in real life. On a lighter note, they sent him the Wilson volleyball from Castaway to keep him company.
Crazy.
Wow.
There's also conspiracies about that.
Conspiracies about what?
So Tom Hanks is recorded on the Epstein jet logs
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to
I-
Epstein Island.
I've heard that, which is
And
creepy.
I saw this thing that apparently in Greece, where Tom Hanks is relocating and he has become a part citizen of, they treat pedophilia as a mental illness that they treat in hospitals. They don't put you in jail.
Well, and
So wait, are you
Is
saying
it
Tom
Greece?
Hanks is a pedophile?
I'm not saying,
we're not saying.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
just
don't you
saying.
Yeah.
Don't you dare say that about Tom
but
Hanks.
no, dude, that's the scary thing is his name is on the flight logs from Epstein to his island multiple times.
100%
Yeah.
on there.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%. There's
I don't like it.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't like it.
it's public record.
I don't like it.
Huh.
Now, is it
I don't like
Greece
it.
also that has those? Basically, they're like fancy AF apartments as like your mental illness suite.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
It's Greece.
It's like
it's Greece. I
It's
don't.
so
is there anything
fancy,
not
dude.
fancy?
oh, So jealous.
Right, dude? Look at how these things all intertwine. This is what blows my mind.
I'm mentally ill. I want to go there.
We all knew that.
Now, never mind.
Live podcasting from Greece.
Get out of here, Judith. I'll get my pills after.
Quit scratching the marble cabinet.
Marble cabinet.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my
But you
God.
see, you guys now
That's
see.
how hairy that is.
It's my hey, this is my world.
Dude, that hinges on that thing better be real hefty.
Could you imagine slamming your hand in that thing?
For
You
you.
have to go to the hospital.
It wouldn't open back.
My bad.
You're already there.
All right, my bad.
You wouldn't
My
have
bad.
to go to the hospital. It's just a straight up amputation.
Yep, your hand's not coming back.
Honey, scared the hell out of the wife opening the cupboard. My hand's in there.
Now, I mean, you got to think like it's why this is why the rabbit hole goes so deep is because they're all somehow intertwined.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have other stuff like chemtrails. Have you ever heard of chemtrails?
No.
This one's
Yes,
just stupid,
just
but I think
recently.
it's
This
funny.
one is stupid.
But it's
because
so funny to me.
My dad has pretty much my entire life worked on F-16s.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same with
so-
mine.
Yeah. So go ahead, share the chemtrails thing.
Oh, it's just like you ever look up in the sky and you see the trail behind
The water
the
vapor.
plane. It's just water vapor.
Yeah.
Well, some people believe that it's chemicals that the government is putting in the atmosphere to control our minds.
I believe it.
Oh, control our minds?
Yeah. Or
Oh.
like euthanize.
I
And,
thought it was
like,
to like slowly kill us
sterilize.
because like life expectancy is getting longer and they're trying to maintain herd population.
Bill
No,
Gates.
that's coronavirus.
That's Bill Gates, my friend.
Ah.
I'm just saying, I don't trust Bill Gates or his vaccine.
Bum, bum, bum.
He has openly talked about like culling the human race, like we're being overpopulated, and to solve it, we need to get rid of humans.
Mark of the beast.
I
That's
might
what he
be
is.
okay
Just
with
saying. Gingers will never rule this world.
Lizard people.
Now, there we go. He's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Do you remember there was a movie in the 80s? I don't know if any of you saw it. I saw it on a whim because it was this wild movie, but it had Roddy Piper.
They live.
Yes, that's what it's called. I forgot the name. You've seen it?
Yes.
Tell them about it.
You go
'Cause
for
it goes-
It's been a long time since I've seen
well,
it.
it goes
so
spot on with like the lizard people stuff. So this movie is in this movie they created someone created these glasses. They're just sunglasses in the 80s. And when you put them on, the truth is revealed. So like he's looking at like a magazine. Okay, looking at magazine articles, and he puts on these glasses and looks at it again, and it's just it's subliminal messages. So now it's like a sheet of white paper with like one word, and it's like buy. And the next one's like conform, listen to the government, and it's all hidden, but you can only see it with the glasses on. Well, then he looks up at a guy across from him, and the dude is what are they even? They're like alien. They're aliens.
aliens.
But they look like
Zombies,
weird
something
zombie
like
skull
that,
looking
yeah.
alien things. And the guy's like, what are you looking at? And he's just this grotesque like creature, but not everyone is one.
Yeah.
So same thing with the lizard people. They're in specific places to control everybody.
Yeah.
Well, here's another fun fact for you. Apparently someone claims that they actually made those sunglasses in real life.
What?
And that they would reveal things, and the guy who made them supposedly disappeared, and the glasses too.
You know, I just saw Zach blink twice.
He's with the water engines guy.
You mean he blinked sideways and then down normal?
See it?
I need to get my hands on these glasses.
He's gonna be doing
Did you
that.
see it?
I see it. Ouch! Sorry, I was trying to see if you were cold blooded like a lizard.
Does that mean I like the cold or I like the warm?
No, you hate the cold. You're a lizard.
Oh, I like the cold though, so that ain't
Don't
true.
lie.
It's a lie.
He actually only likes the cold to preserve his human
Yeah,
form.
that's kind of like if I were a lizard going, I'm not a lizard. Have you heard about one about Avril Lavigne?
No.
I think
Okay.
so.
Let's hear this.
Did you know what it is, Tony?
Isn't it that she died and that like basically her doppelganger took over?
Yes.
There was somebody else that I was reading that the same thing. Shoot. I can't remember who it was, but no, I did. I heard about it with Avril Lavigne. Basically, she was. I don't even know the.
We're living a lie.
How do you type? That was
It's
the
a hybrid.
weirdest
It's a
thing that
hybrid.
I just ever watched of you.
I screwed myself over in elementary school. Actually, I blame the school system. But do you remember back at computer lab where they would teach you how to type? You would play little games
yeah,
like
you
the Mario
didn't?
game. No, I wanted to win so bad that I stopped typing correctly, and I would tap the buttons I needed to tap. And so no one ever corrected me, so I never learned. And so throughout my life, I've just created a hybrid way of
Just so
typing.
you guys listening, he types with 2 fingers on his left hand and 1 finger on his right. Oh, okay, maybe it is 2 fingers.
I use 2 fingers on each hand.
All right.
It's not the hunt and peck.
T-Rex
It's
typing.
a hybrid, and sometimes I'll throw in a pinky.
See, I
It
thought you
depends
were-
on what
I
I'm
thought you were
doing.
this with the 2 fingers and the 1. Just
Sometimes it'll morph. And yeah, I told you it's a hybrid way of typing.
What's your words per minute?
It's not much.
-5. He has to erase so much.
Here's one to go with Avril Lavigne. Did you hear about Paul McCartney?
Hey, he's on the same website I'm looking at.
Who's Paul McCartney again? Is he a Beatle?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he is.
So-
you redeemed yourself in that one sentence.
Well, hey, I'd never listened to the Beatles. I always
Not a
don't
fan.
hate me, guys.
Never
I've
listened to the
never
Beatles?
liked their
No.
music.
I mean,
but-
either.
Hey, we're the Beatles. No, wait,
I
that's
used
the
to-
Monkeys. Never mind.
Wow.
I just
Freaking
totally went off on
lizard.
myself. I'm trying to
Hey,
get Austin.
All I
and
gotta say is I never liked the Beatles, but we went to Vegas and we saw the
Ooh,
Beatles Love or whatever.
I want to see that so bad.
Dude,
We all
Oh my
live
gosh.
in a yellow submarine.
it got me so good. I loved it, and I was like,
I want to
okay,
see
I
that
get the
really
Beatles.
bad.
And I was like, after I left, I was like, I'm gonna listen to these guys, and then I never did. But that show, incredible, even as a non-Beatles fan,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see
I
that
haven't
too.
seen it.
it's very good.
There's a movie out. What's it called again?
Yesterday.
Yes. Oh, that's good.
That was very good.
I
liked
didn't
it.
get all the way through it.
And
I
the
liked it.
dumpster fire with
Seemed
Tim
neat.
Burton.
We're gonna go here.
That's
We're gonna go here.
Johnny!
He's muting me.
That was mine.
Randomly. Everybody stop talking but Chris.
I'm number 3.
But for real. So there's this theory that Avril Lavigne died and her doppelganger took over her life and carried on the legacy and is still Avril Lavigne today.
So is that why she broke up with the lead singer?
Good Charlotte.
No, Sum 41.
No, Simple Plan.
Sum 41.
Some 41.
It was
it
Sum 41.
I
Yeah, it was
thought
Sum 41.
Simple Plan. I swear she's dated someone from Simple
Don't you
Plan.
remember that from Family Guy where they're like, where Peter's like, look, I'm Sum 41. All the small things. And Ryan's like, no, Peter, that's Blink-182. Sum 41's that band that married Avril Lavigne.
Oh, that's right.
'cause
Okay.
She cycled through
Yep.
three of them.
And then he's like, how did that end up? And he's like, it was bad for everybody.
Well, then she married Nickelback's singer, right?
They're still together.
Oh, they're still
Yeah.
together?
Chad
Well,
Kroeger.
I mean, doppelganger Avril's with him.
Did you see the
So-
rock that she got? Bro, it is a fist of a diamond.
Dude, I don't care how much most people nowadays think they hate Nickelback. Those guys killed it and have a crap ton of money.
Oh,
Right.
I would love to have even a fraction of their money.
Monies. I like Nickelback.
So here's the one with Paul McCartney. Same thing. Supposedly, he died back in 1966.
Oh, dang.
And they found a lookalike, a doppelganger, who looked, sounded, and acted just like him. But soon after that, all the Beatles started feeling guilty about it. So they put clues about his death in their music.
And
Oh,
that's why they're all dead?
that's
I'm
what I
pretty
heard
sure it was
about.
the drugs. It was all the drugs.
They're all sitting around a table like we are right now. And they're like, bro, you died.
Yeah. You're no longer alive.
Bro, you're not here with us. Can you imagine if they treated him like a
Gay
ghost for the rest of
lie.
his life? And he just
How does that
believed
feel,
it?
Zach?
We told you not to talk to Zach's ghost. We thought he might go.
You know, when we put out this video, there's just going to be a floating headset
Just
here.
nothing there.
Like a
We'll just Photoshop him out. So we'll be looking and talking to him, but no one else can see him. And they'll
It's like
just
a
all think he's a
vampire
ghost.
in a reflection type thing.
Did you know supposedly Beyonce and Jay-Z are tied to the Illuminati?
Okay,
There's-
you're gonna have to expand on the Illuminati because
Yeah.
that's one that
Bro.
has escaped me for years.
So that one's actually
That's
real.
how it was designed.
One world
it's a-
order.
Yes.
I
they're
thought
part of it.
Isn't that a wrestling federation?
No, that's
That's
New World
the New
Order.
World Order.
Oh,
Well, kind of,
NWO.
because that's also something we'll get into when we talk about the Denver airport in just a minute.
real? NWO?
Yes.
New World
Yes.
Order. Are you for real?
Yes.
Oh, let's go in.
Bro, so okay, let's go back to the Illuminati.
Okay. I'm so in right now.
So going back to what I said about rich, powerful, hiding in the shadows, that is like verbatim explaining what the Illuminati is.
Okay, real quick. None of you guys can see this, but Cam has picked up his mic.
I'm into this. I'm just saying, okay? The Illuminati has their hand in all kinds of stuff. You ever looked at a dollar bill?
Yeah.
You look at the back?
Yeah.
What's on it?
Pyramid with
In
the
God-
eye.
Pyramid with the
All
eye.
seeing eye.
All-seeing eye.
The
No,
all-seeing eye.
real
All
quick,
seeing
is
eye.
the Illuminati and the Freemasons.
They fight each other.
They're mortal enemies.
Mortal enemies.
So there's a bunch of free bricklayers and
They're not It's not Freemasonry.
oh, well, but
Actually, it is Freemasonry.
That's actually how it started. The Mason, the Freemasons, is they started out as bricklayers,
Yeah.
but then
And-
it became
It's a
I
secret
don't know.
society that still exists today. In fact, there is a Freemason temple in Ogden.
Yes.
wait, a bunch of bricklayers became
I know-
a religion?
And here's the funny thing:
There's
it is
one in
straight up a
Clearfield, too.
square building. It's a big cube. Like,
well, that's because they
Thinking-
only work with
do you
bricks.
think being mason layers or whatever, masonists, masonryists, I don't know,
Masons?
Freemasons, being masons.
Literally, it's in the name.
Do you think they're led by a man named Mason? Mason the Mason?
Mason.
But you think they'd have a little more like fun buildings, you know?
Beautiful
Like,
archways,
yeah, not just some
spires?
square building.
No, they're supposed to be incognito though.
They're playing
Incognito
Minecraft
burrito.
IRL, bro.
Okay,
Okay.
back to the Illuminati.
So, in historical sense, the term Illuminati refers to Bavarian Illuminati, the secret society that operated for only a decade from 1776 to 1785.
1780. That was before we became a country.
Yup.
Well, during.
No, that was
1776.
we became
whatever.
a country in 1776.
I know. So we were a country for 8 years.
But the
9 years.
conspiracy is that it bled through and it's still going today.
Okay.
Exactly. So basically, they believed strongly in Enlightenment ideals, and they wanted to promote these ideals among the elites.
Okay.
So essentially, like
How do
these,
we get in this group? I want to be an elite.
you need to have money.
I want to be a
Billion.
Freemason.
Now, here's the thing, though: which comes first, chicken or the egg? Is it the Illuminati then the money, or do you have to have the money to be part of Illuminati?
Mm.
That's all.
I'm just saying they haven't asked us to join, so you probably need money first.
Or recognition.
You gotta
What did that have to do with the chicken and an egg?
Well, which came first,
just the
chicken or the
analogy.
egg?
The egg.
He is a lizard.
How'd the egg get here?
The chicken.
Where'd the chicken come from?
The egg.
How'd the egg get there?
The chicken.
Exactly my point.
What came first, the lizard or the egg?
The lizard.
Oh, got him.
Aliens.
How do you have children?
What?
The man carries.
Asexual.
I almost caught him. Okay, guys, we're gonna catch this lizard man here at some point.
We'll ask his kids next time. Were you born or did you hatch?
Sex.
You see his
5
kids
times
in
a
the
month.
corner.
Hey.
His kids are
You
Blake.
can ask Jess. Jess was in the room for the third one.
What the hell are you talking? Oh, the kid.
The baby.
I was like, what?
came
I know where you
came out
went.
with the frill.
It's like a spitter from Jurassic Park.
Jess, that's why,
stupid, stick.
that's why, Jess lost the video of it because she didn't want any proof of what actually happened in there.
It was haunting.
I don't think Jess lost it. I think you guys destroyed it. Oh, Jess, why did you destroy the video or lose the video?
Oh no.
Yeah, so look at this. So the Masons and the Illuminati were like, they were against each other, but people confused them with each other because the Illuminati would poach members from the Freemasons.
Like shoot him?
No, like go to the and bring them to their side.
I got Phil. He's hanging in the barn right now.
Poach them for their ivory.
Well, dude, there's all kinds of stuff with the Freemasons and the Illuminati, like secret society symbols and stuff like that. Which brings me to the Denver airport.
Ooh.
Now,
Dun,
to
dun.
throw this out, have you all been to the Denver airport?
Negative.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
it's massive.
It's
It's huge.
absolutely huge. And pretty much every terminal you need to go to, you take a tram.
Yeah.
Doesn't it cover?
That's the same thing as like that
Now this is probably
Georgia
like
one or whatever.
this is probably a huge exaggeration, but doesn't it cover like 5 miles?
Dude.
It's
It's
Isn't
huge.
it like 50 miles?
no.
Okay.
I don't. It's not 50.
Are you talking
It's
about
big. It's big.
just the airport
Well,
or like
and that's-
all the surrounding land?
Well,
too?
the surrounding land, I know it's like hundreds of acres.
They bought out
but-
all the farms. Yeah.
Well, and that's the conspiracy. Well, part of the conspiracy. So, they built this airport when they didn't need a new airport.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Oh.
54 square miles. So
Yeah.
Austin was right.
Wow.
But I don't know if that is consistent of
That's-
all the landing.
That's
Take
got to
off.
be everything.
I'd assume that's
Or-
all the land they own in the
Yeah.
area.
Okay. Anyways.
But anyways, so their budget was outrageous. Like they had a massively high budget for this airport, and nobody actually like knows where all the money was spent.
Well, they went $2.8 billion over budget. Yeah.
And people don't know where the money was. So these supposed construction workers revealed that one, they were behind schedule and they were over budget because they were building 4 5-story buildings underneath the airport. So supposedly underneath the airport is full of tunnels and catacombs and massive, like full on buildings that they claim is supposed to be like the headquarters for the New World Order when they like take over the world.
There's bunkers and everything.
Well, and it's like they were saying that some of the murals painted in the airport and stuff have like images that are supposed to.
Super creepy.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of where like some of the side conspiracies goes. Cause like there's one where it looks like a Nazi taking over or something, some kind of military.
Well,
But-
so you have these murals and you can find them on the internet. Just look up Denver Airport murals. But basically it's like a bunch of little kids and each of these kids are representing different countries of the world. So they're dressed like the kids in those countries dress. And it's sunshine and rainbows and everyone's having fun. And then like this sickness comes upon everybody and they all start dying. And there's like all these princesses looking things like entombed and all dead. And there's this big old Nazi looking dude.
Yeah, but he's got a skeleton face,
He has a
right?
gas mask. He has a gas mask
Oh,
on.
that's what it is.
But it's creepy looking. And he has a big old scimitar. And he like stabs this dove, like kills it in the air. And then
well,
like,
and doesn't he have like a big old AR pointed at all the kids or something?
And
Like,
he's got his gun stabbing the dove. And then it shows what is it? Oh, and then eventually somehow they fight back and he ends up being dead in one of the
well,
murals.
I saw one, and maybe like the explanation of the mural is like, no, you're supposed to read it from right to left so that it shows, you know, this hard time and then peace. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know. In my head, I'm like, yeah, but we're in America. We read from left to right. And so I don't know.
No, yeah. So I mean it's weird because it shows him stabbing the dove. He's got his gun pointed in the air and there's like a bunch of kids and people like dying behind him. And then it moves on and there's like volcano eruptions in the background, forests on fire, and all this crazy stuff. And they're trying to like protect flowers and there's the dead princesses. And then it gets to the one where he's dead and all the children are together like over his body and there's this big rainbow behind him and they're all passing their swords to this little German kid. And the German kid is pounding the swords into a plowshare. So like, have you ever heard the phrase? Like they'll turn their swords into plowshares, pound their swords into plowshares. And it's like, it's supposed to be like a metaphor for peace.
Yeah.
Because you no longer need these weapons of war. So they turn them into weapons of building and creating, like making food and whatnot. But what the heck? It's freaking weird.
And then I also heard something too that there's supposedly like Satanists or something there too. Like the
Are you talking about Lucifer?
yeah,
The Bronco.
maybe that's it. Well, there's like the gargoyle statues and then
yeah.
the horse and stuff.
There's a bunch of gargoyle statues. Have you all seen? You've been there, Austin. Have you seen the horse?
I haven't. No. So I've been through Denver Airport
Is
a
that the
number of
horse?
times, but I've never actually seen it. But I think we're going to be going back through Denver Airport here in just a few weeks. So
Well, it's kind of weird. It's not in the airport. You have to drive. It's when you're driving out or into the airport.
oh,
There's
really?
there's a pedestal with this massive blue Venus, like
Venus.
Venus horse
There's the one with
rearing
the
up in the air
soldier.
with freaking red eyes, like glowing red eyes, and they call it Blucifer
Why?
because they think it represents the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, which is death.
Did you hear the story behind Lucifer?
And how? Yes, I did. Go tell him about it, Chris.
So Blucifer is when the artist was constructing, what do they call it? The Bronco, right? They just call it the Bronco. That's
Yeah, it's
technically,
just a big Bronco.
it's Bronco.
I mean, it's Denver.
but the statue fell over on the guy and he died doing it. So they're saying the Bronco's cursed.
Yeah.
And so his family had to reconstruct it, and they ended up putting the red eyes in the Bronco to symbolize their father for something. And
Well, dude,
because
like what?
he
'Cause
worked
was
with-
the devil.
No,
Like,
he worked with neon
No.
lighting.
yes, that's what it was.
He worked with neon lighting, so they put in the neon lights. But even the article I read said, in all fairness, they could have picked a different color.
Like, for real? No, like, I mean, I'm feeling that explanation's a little bit thin for my taste.
Yeah, that's wild.
But I mean, that thing in no way looks inviting. It looks like it's going to murder. Yeah. Like it's like almost screaming. It's like a screaming Bronco with violently bright red eyes and veins bulging out. The thing's a monster.
At 3 a.m., it blows steam from its nose.
Hooked to a geyser.
But also, I forgot this little fact. Some people say that the if you look at an aerial photo of the runways, it's shaped like a swastika.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
Mhm.
That's wild.
So back on the underground things, I was seeing this thing where one of the local news stations was allowed permission down there because of all the conspiracies. And
To mislead us, go ahead.
yes, exactly. But they were saying that they wanted to use the tunnels to transport luggage, like a fast way of getting luggage from one end to another.
Interesting.
And then they were saying that there couldn't be any more tunnels below
Oh my goodness.
because there's no signs of any piping or wiring, any kind of electrical work that looks like it could go any lower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that picture,
sure.
man. That is
Yeah.
a for sure swastika.
Likely story.
Likely story.
For real, if you're listening, you can follow along and like pull some of the stuff
I'm
up. It's a
literally just
short, easy
Googling
Google to
this
find
stuff real
this
quick,
stuff.
and like it pops up.
Cam, you need to throw
It's a
some pictures
convenient
up on
way
the
to
video.
land planes. That's all.
Well, that's
Well, even if
that's
you're
their
watching-
justification of it.
That's how many planes there are?
Gosh, we got a Nazi and a lizard person. What are you guys?
I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you.
CIA? Okay, Austin.
Oh, fun fact that you say that. Did you know the phrase conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA to make people think that these theories that they have are ridiculous and make people ridicule them? Fun fact.
So which organization of government would you say is full of the most conspiracies? Like, would you say it's the CIA?
CIA for sure.
Yeah, that would be my
I mean,
guess.
they're literally like our dark like network.
Yeah,
They have the license to kill.
Well, they're technically not allowed to operate on U.S. soil.
Really?
Like in the sense of like black ops and dark ops like that. Like obviously we have their buildings, their headquarters are here, but they're not allowed to do their CIA type stuff on American soil.
Is that what the FBI is for?
Check the Epstein
Correct.
logs.
I think that was the FBI.
Dun, dun,
Mm.
Or the CIA.
It was just Hillary Clinton.
Killed Epstein.
We're really not going to make it home tonight.
We're not. Once again, I did not or will not commit suicide anytime.
If I get in a car accident, I promise I am a safe driver.
If I get in a car accident, I can't promise I'm a safe driver.
I'm in my house, so if I got in a car accident,
I think that's the more telling thing.
And I'm spending the night tonight, so
Austin died in a car crash.
He didn't even go anywhere.
Suspicious. But anyways, back to the Denver airport. So they have these bunkers, they have these buildings, and they have this mural that's depicting apocalypse essentially. So a lot of people think it's all tied together for what's called the New World Order, because there is straight up a slab, like a dedicatory, like corner piece type thing of granite that has not only a Freemason symbol, the compass and the square on it, but it says New World Airport Commission, which is not an organization that exists.
There's a time capsule there.
There's a
what
time
it is.
capsule in it.
2099 or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that
Fact check
sounds
me.
about right.
But yeah, so there isn't a New World Airport Commission. So people think it's tied to the New World Order, and that after the apocalypse, which another weird thing, they think will be caused by them, because also throughout the Denver airport, there are certain stones that have elemental symbols from the periodic table. And apparently if you put them together, it creates some sort of gas. No, straight up, dude.
Oh my
They
god.
have,
Say that again.
so you know the periodic table?
Yeah.
It's got the symbols and everything.
Yeah.
They have those element symbols throughout the airport on random bricks.
Really?
Yeah. And people have
29.
looked them all up, put them all together, and apparently like the chemical compound is some sort of poisonous gas or something that will essentially kill everyone. What if it is the coronavirus? So the idea is that the apocalypse will happen. This New World Order will have caused it. This will be their headquarters from which they will birth the new nation and the new world, which they will reign over. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm just saying.
I heard that this whole New World Order is going to be basically, and I'm not saying I'm leaning one way or another.
He's just saying.
I'm just saying. But if Biden wins the election, then I've heard that that's the first domino tipping into the New World Order.
That's right, because he will quickly be taken over by Kamala Harris.
Dun, dun, dun.
The bro doesn't even know he's running for presidency. He's twice now has said that he's running for Senate.
And we open the floodgates.
Really? Has he really?
Yes.
Everybody,
Oh,
Like
welcome.
just last week, he said it again.
Dude thinks he's in
Last
Star
week?
Wars or something.
Yup.
Last week.
Last week.
Oh man. Dude, I got my
I
ballot.
mean, you know the thing.
I got my ballot today.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
it was so weird opening it and seeing Kanye West
Right?
listed as a.
Isn't that, speaking of conspiracies,
Yep.
have you seen how his family is like trying to make him out to be crazy?
No?
Like Kim Kardashian and everyone?
Yeah, I heard they're getting
well,
divorced.
I mean, do
They're,
you really
like-
have to make him out to be crazy? The
No,
dude's been
they're
crazy.
They're trying to make him out to be like insane crazy. Like I think recently, here's the thing. I've never really liked Kanye West. Don't really agree with him. I always thought he was kind of a douche.
He's got too many problems.
But in recent years, like with him like finding God and stuff, I feel like a lot of the things he's been saying has actually been very sober or very like normal.
Remember, he came here, a couple of years ago and did that Sunday.
Not even a couple of years ago. That was like last
was
year.
It last year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that Sunday concert or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Sunday preaching, or I can't
Yeah,
remember what
he
it was called.
like had a
It
little
was
concert.
during
Remember that?
conference weekend.
Yeah, it was during
Mhm.
conference weekend. He came to
Apparently-
Salt Lake and just did a free concert on Sunday.
Well, it wasn't even a
Apparently,
concert.
It wasn't.
It was
like
just a
church
preaching.
It was a
service?
sermon. It was a sermon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I've turned off all Kanye West news on my feed because I haven't heard about him.
What,
in
did you
years.
see the video of him like walking on water with his kids? Dude, freaking weird.
Wait,
I don't watch.
Well,
Legitimately?
I heard a while back that he wanted to rewrite the Bible so his name could be in it.
I don't doubt it.
You got a Cleveland laugh. I just figured it out.
I do not. That is what Cleveland sounds like.
That sounds nasty.
See, there's a conspiracy about everything.
My name.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
No.
Flat Earth.
no,
Dude,
no,
Flat
no.
Earth is wild.
See now,
Flat Earth cracks me up.
I don't even
It's ridiculous.
understand.
I saw a meme the other day and it said all the planets aligned to make a full circle or a half circle or whatever. And it started off with the sun and then whatever's next. What is it? How does it go?
The moon?
Mercury.
No, Mercury and then
Mercury, Venus, Mars.
Mars.
Earth. Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, man. The moon's not even a planet.
I didn't know what I was thinking. He was talking about like an eclipse or something.
No.
I wasn't sure where
So
he was going.
it was basically, it was supposed to be a picture of just a partial of each planet making a half a circle. And when it showed Earth, it literally just showed Earth flat. And then it showed
So
the
we're-
other planet.
Where's the dividing point?
Think about
Where
it.
is that? Flat.
Remember Thor? Dark
Hmm.
Shadows?
Okay.
Remember when all the realms lined up?
Mhm.
Were they round?
Yes.
No, they weren't.
But
They
Also,
were
Thor's
not.
got it right. Well,
I'm just saying. Conspiracies are best when they put them right in your face.
so
but-
do you believe in flat Earth?
no.
I do not. I'm not an idiot.
Correct.
Wasn't it you that was saying there's a YouTube video of a guy that is a flat Earth believer, but then turns around in the same video and debunks himself?
Yes. So here's the
Is it
thing.
like the
Okay.
water one?
Well, no. Well, it's
The video? I can't remember what
so
it
the
was.
idea, obviously, because the Earth is round.
Yes.
There's a curvature of the Earth. So at a
Yes.
certain point, you can't see anything past a certain length because the Earth is curved.
Yes.
So it's below the horizon. Well, so if that's true, which it is, but if that's true, that means that you could stand a certain length away from each other and you would shine a light and you wouldn't be able to see it if you were looking through like a small hole in like they put up this like piece of wood that has like a hole in it and set a camera in front of it. So if the Earth is flat, when the guy on the other side is holding the camera at the same or the light at the same height as the camera, it would see it through the hole because the Earth is flat. There's no curvature and they're in a straight line. Well, then he says, if the guy holding the light has to hold the light above his head, that will show that the Earth is curved and dropped, a few feet according to the distance apart that they are. Okay, does that make sense? You get it?
Yes.
So the guy goes out there, turns on his camera, and he's like, "Okay, turn on the light," and nothing shows through the hole. And he's like, "You're holding it at? Did you turn it on?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm holding it. I'm holding it at my chest." And he's like, "Oh, I don't see it." He's like, "Here, let me put it above my head." He puts it above his head, and the light shows to the thing. And the guy's like, "Oh." But dude, I dove into this even more today because I've always known like a little bit. Me and my friends had some conversations about it. It is wild. Okay. So they believe that the Earth is flat, that Everest, I believe, is at the center. No, not
No.
Everest. It's the North Pole.
North Pole's at the
North
center.
Pole is at the center of the Earth. Okay. And everything is out around that. Well, they believe that the outside of our circle is Antarctica, which is a giant ice wall that surrounds the entire planet
Keep the water in.
to keep the water in.
Is this for real?
For real.
This is real.
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
serious,
gosh.
Clark?
And this is like straight up like B.O.B. the rapper
So
believes in flat Earth.
how
Yeah.
do they think we get from, so let's say you're in California. How do they
Uh-huh.
think you get to China? Are you going to go all the way through Europe and that way to go to China?
I actually
or-
read this. I heard that they, something about the GPS,
Yep, it's
that
rigged.
they've rigged GPS
Make you
to
think
make
you're flying in a
pilots and
straight
stuff
line.
think that they're flying around the world, but you're just
And they do alternate routes so that you're over ocean when you shouldn't be over ocean.
Exactly.
So basically, if you're going to say, I'm going to go from California all the way around the world, come back and land in California, you're just taking some side route.
Yeah, you
and
just went in a
circling.
circle.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
that's all.
Yeah, you really did go in a circle.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Because you're this flat.
But
You
they
just went in a
believe,
circle.
but they also believe that there's no gravity.
Nope.
That they believe that it's the flat disk that's traveling up at like 9 meters a second that makes you on the Earth. To
That's
feel
what
that
keeps
effect of
everything
gravity.
down.
Yes.
Because it's
wait. So are we flat? Like, so for those just
Sideways
listening, are we like vertical? Vertically
vertical or
flat.
horizontal flat?
well,
And so
horizontal,
horizontal.
obviously.
Because
Well,
if
then-
we're
but
vertical,
if like
we'd
we're
fall
moving
down.
at the 9 meters,
Up.
No, we're moving straight up.
Straight up.
So where are we going if we're going up?
Into the universe.
Into nothingness.
There's
Outer
darkness.
darkness.
We're
Just continuous. Yep.
I
Yep,
believe
just
in
going
outer
through.
darkness. It's called outer darkness.
Yeah,
And you're just
also-
going into it.
Also, the
And
only
what about
reason
the other planets? They're all flat too, following us.
those are a myth.
They're-
Also, the
yep.
other reason that that the sun and the moon appear as circles is because their flat side is facing us. So
And
they
they're-
look like circles.
And they're in a
And
dome.
when
They're
we
in a
have an
dome.
eclipse,
Exactly.
they're actually rotating.
No.
They're-
So there's actually another ghost object that blocks out the moon during eclipses.
Are you for real?
The sun. They don't have.
This
Yes.
hurts my head to hear.
There's
This is
no.
only the beginning.
There's
Wait,
no.
wait, what? Here's my question. What is the goal or the purpose of the flat Earth?
It's not the purpose, it's the way. The earth is just flat.
But like, why would they argue?
Well, because NASA just wants to make money. So
That's the
NASA employees actually are stationed along the border of Antarctica to protect us from going over the edge and
That's-
falling off the earth.
So with
Wait,
that, oh, go ahead.
And that is why we have the Antarctic Treaty between all countries that happened all at once and was decided very quickly, is because we've got people patrolling.
Wait, what's the
Exactly.
Antarctic Treaty?
Antarctica is not owned by any one country.
No country.
It's
Okay.
owned by all of us, essentially.
This is
Bloody
starting
hell.
to make sense.
Well, they got to protect us from falling off into nothing.
Well, you know what? This
Here.
is actually making a lot of sense.
Right.
So-
This is why so many people actually believe it.
So
Here.
is that why the moon landing is supposedly false? Is because the moon is flat as
NASA
well?
is just a corrupt
There's the map.
organization.
That makes no sense, dude.
You want to see the map?
The moon
Well,
landing
here's-
is fake because we wanted to get there before Russia.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah,
Here's-
we learned that in one of the Transformers movies.
Here's what I gotta say. If you want to disprove flat Earth, why don't they ever put a scale on those maps? Need a scale that shows this far is this many miles, and then say it should be here to here, this many miles. Drive the son of a gun.
Well, because no, electronic equipment will let you know the truth. It's all rigged.
Here's my question.
So
Is
I'm
there-
flying to Antarctica then, and I'm going to run into a wall.
Is there latitude and longitude?
There are planes that will stop
There's
you
latitude.
from flying within.
Hey, here's a real question.
Oh, this hurts my head.
In the
Yeah.
flat Earth, how do they explain the differences in climate?
The Earth is on
What's
a
the height? It's still the Earth isn't it's flat, but there's still like mountains.
There's
yeah.
still
But what about temperature
elevation.
variation?
Still elevation.
It's
Elevation.
elevation.
So it's all elevation?
Yeah.
Yes. So the higher you live, the
Like,
colder it is.
exactly. I mean,
This hurts my
The,
freaking
the
head.
lower you are to the flat Earth.
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
So what-
I'm taking this at the angle that this is truth. Okay? You know what I mean? Like
that's what they want.
Devil's
if you're-
advocate.
Think if you're in third grade and you're being taught this for the very first time, everything that you know doesn't exist. You're being taught that this is truth.
You'd believe it.
I'm trying to understand how you even begin to think.
Well, to be able to think this is truth, you have to completely disprove and not believe the other stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the angle
Yeah,
I'm trying
so
to take in my brain.
pretty
I'm
much.
trying to think. Okay, like if I were to take this as truth, what questions would come into my head?
Well, science would have to be completely gone.
Yeah, get rid of it.
All of
NASA.
it.
So NASA is just a company to make money. They've created a fake space program
As all businesses,
just to make money. So governments give them money and they produce space things and they Photoshop pictures that show Earth being round and all this stuff and exploration. They believe that
that's their
they
big
believe
goal.
that they believe that the sun is only like 32 miles away from the Earth.
What?
Yeah, bro. It goes moon. Okay, the moon. So the flat Earth. Then the moon is closest to us, and then the sun is past that, and then past that are little starlights.
Yep.
That just kind of
It's like
give
a-
us
it's like
lights
a
at varying
veil of
times.
It's like curtain.
So where
Yeah,
where
so
do
it's
they
all
think
just
the
on top of
sun
each other.
goes at night?
It's the ghost thing that gets in the way of it. So there's another like orbiting rock
Is
that
it
gets
the
in the
ghost
way.
you
thing, or
actually-
does the sun go underneath us where we can't see it?
Now watch
Yeah, because you
this.
see the sun move. Like there's nothing getting
It
in the way
always
of it.
sets
It
in
just
the
goes
west.
from one
How would
side
it-
to
it
another.
wouldn't-
Like,
It wouldn't always set in the west.
Where
if
is
it's
the
flat Earth.
west?
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing is it disproves. They try to disprove all truth, but it's ridiculous.
Just disprove themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, how do they explain seasons? I guess so. With seasons, they explain that the sun starts in the center and it slowly spirals out around the edge and then comes back and slowly goes back towards the North Pole during the summer.
You know, I think these people just need a hug.
Yeah. Is that what they need?
Well, straight up, I
I
watched
think
a
they need to
video.
go to one of those hospitals in Greece.
a hug from a room with padded walls.
They need a hug to the face with a chair.
A hug with a straitjacket.
So straight up, one of the things they try to claim is why we have to be on a flat Earth is the fact that I saw this guy trying to explain this. So you have the Earth, it's round, supposedly, and that Earth is moving, spinning thousands of miles per hour. Okay?
Like a record.
Exactly. And remember the Earth is round, supposedly, according to those round
This
Earthers.
is
We
the
are
flat Earth guy
earthers right now.
speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the Earth is round and it's spinning at thousands of miles an hour, how does it keep the water on it? If it's also not only spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, but it's also orbiting the sun supposedly at thousands of miles an hour, how is the water able to stay on the Earth?
Gravity.
What happens if you take like a caramel apple and you stick it onto a drill and you turn that drill on? All the caramel flies off.
Gravity.
Gravity is a made-up term by NASA.
All right, you're not getting in an accident on the way home now.
Oh, he's a
Austin's
flat earther.
broken.
Let him go. Let him go.
But so here's the other conspiracy with all that is they believe that the flat Earth conspiracy was put into effect to help debunk all other conspiracies too. So they put it in there because it's such a ridiculous conspiracy that they got people involved in that all these other ones about Epstein and all that other.
That's the CIA at work, my friends.
Do you think the flat earthers are just CIA agents spreading disbelief?
propaganda.
No, it goes back to Area 51. Like, what? Like, here's the other side of theories for like Area 51 and aliens and stuff like that. Is that they spread these lies to keep people occupied from actually realizing that the things you're seeing at night, the UFOs, whatever, are actual technology that the Air Force and the government's developing. So, because I mean, why are you going to look at the Air Force if you think the Air Force is covering for aliens, when in fact they're using the aliens as a cover for what they're actually doing?
I need Advil. I do.
And with that, good night.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
I'm not saying.
That's exactly how I feel. I'm going cross-eyed.
That's
Austin Powers.
That's right.
When he's trying to explain time travel.
That's right. Oh no, I'm going cross-eyed.
which we know could be real.
Hey,
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying.
Proven time travel's real from Matt Groening,
Yeah.
right?
And TikTok.
I follow a time traveler on TikTok.
Lisa does. And it drives me nuts. I'm like, why are you watching that?
She's like, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen on January 21st,
What's the hurricane
2021.
thing? She's waiting for the hurricane thing.
I thought that already happened.
Did it happen? Was it
The
accurate?
double hurricane.
It was accurate?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It was real. It had like he
Yeah.
predicted it.
He barely I can't remember now. I didn't actually look very deep into it, so I don't know if the dates lined up. But he later claimed that it was that.
Huh.
So I saw this meme on time travel, and it said when you're
When
making
did you see it?
Oh my.
No, it said when you're making a decision, if your future self doesn't come back to stop you, then is it really that bad of a decision?
Oh, that's funny. Actually, so I know that's a joke. Sorry. It was a funny joke. I liked it. It just put me on a different train of thought.
Okay, what is this train of thought?
So Stephen Hawking proved that time travel wasn't real by
Isn't or is?
isn't real.
Isn't
He proved
real.
it is not real. And the way he did it was he held a birthday party, or well, essentially a party. He held a party for a time traveler, and he sent the invitation out the day after the party. So if time travel was
I've
real,
heard of that,
the
yeah.
time traveler would have showed up on the day of the party.
Interesting.
How does he know who the time traveler is?
He doesn't. He's just saying if time travel's real. So he had a private party, didn't tell anyone about it until the day after. So
Well, maybe the guy already knew what was going on, doesn't want to give himself up, so he
I
didn't
don't
show
know.
up.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm one of those. I believe in time travel.
I don't. Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
Lizards.
It's just him. It's just him in his wheelchair. And his little auto.
I know where this is going.
And all of a sudden, some janitor like walks in the door, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
No. It's more like,
auto-tune
holy shit.
And it's just like one of those movie scenes where he opens the door and it's like the light emits from behind him, and he's like, "Oh hey," and then he just backs out, and he's just like, "Oh my word."
Well,
No, I just picture him sitting there by himself, waiting for the time traveler to show up, and nobody shows, and him just
midnight hits. He's like,
Aw.
midnight hits. He's like, I effing knew it. So funny thing about Stephen Hawking's also, he had always said that we should not look for aliens because he believes if there's any alien race out there that's advanced enough to get our communications, that the only reason they would come to our Earth is to get something. They would not come peacefully. He thinks they would come and steal our resources. So we should stop looking for alien life because we don't want them to find us.
1000% makes sense,
Yeah.
because by the time our transmissions hit any life outside of our universe, it's going to be forever in the future, or they're extremely advanced.
Hence
Yup.
time travel. By the time they get here, they've traveled in time.
What?
What?
Yeah.
He went full circle. In other words, what
Epstein
we
did not kill himself.
Exactly, Tony. You got it. You pieced it together. I'm so proud.
There it is.
If we send a transmission out now that says hello, to aliens, when they get it so far in the future, if they want to respond to us, they've got to somehow travel back to respond to us.
Boom, boom, boom.
True. He speaks the truth. You know who's like an
Mic
actual like
drop.
that was more,
That was
like
more of a Mike
Mike
sit
lay
it
down.
down.
Oh, I didn't want to really drop it.
Mike gently put to the table.
It's like, I did not pay for this yet.
And that, my friend, is how the cookie crumbles.
Oh, but here's another fun fact. You know who's like a super nerdy and into aliens now?
Who?
Tom DeLonge,
Yes. I asked.
singer of
He is
Blink-182.
majorly into
He is
aliens.
so into aliens.
Horribly.
He was called
He's
like
not in Blink-182 anymore, though.
true, which
Yes.
is why I don't listen to the band anymore. But
The
anyways,
Angels and Airwaves?
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Like
is
into aliens, like
far
Like, he
superior
super
band than
believes.
Blink-182.
he super believes in
Really?
aliens. Oh yeah, he says people need to open their minds.
I believe in Alien.
I believe in aliens.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
Have you seen The Fourth Kind?
Dude, that was a freaky movie.
Sadly,
I know it's been debunked as fake.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Hey, in
I
the grand
still wanna
scheme of
believe.
things, though, when you take into consideration how big our universe is, it
Exactly.
would be so extremely sad if we are the only living species.
so on aliens, do aliens fall under like an urban legend or a conspiracy theory?
Ask Alex Jones. He knows. He has all the answers.
Dude, he's a
I put
crazy
them
man.
under fact.
Sci-fi, paranormal, freaky.
What are you
Hear that?
That
We
is
can
making a
hear
lot
all
Sorry.
of
that noise.
I did something when I dropped
Hey,
it.
Mike
Quick
said
touch,
it.
had to fix it.
Okay.
We're good.
Because you dropped it so hard.
It was unscrewing itself.
No.
Dang it, all of our minds collectively just ran.
I felt like I had a muzzle on my face at that point. We all did. Mute.
I'm not moderator. I'm not doing anything, man.
I lost track. Oh man.
All I did was hit record.
Dude, I'm just saying, time flies.
It does.
All
when you're
right.
talking
All
about
right.
all the conspiracies of the world.
Can I end us on one last conspiracy theory?
Hit it.
Titanic.
What?
Are you talking about the board?
No.
Titanic's a conspiracy theory?
Yes. Titanic.
Oh, I know what
It
you're
is
going to say.
believed that there was the sister ship. I can't remember the name of the sister ship, but the sister ship got damaged at one point. And so they switched the names on the ship and they sent out the damaged ship as Titanic, and it got sunk and they knew it was going to sink and they used that as insurance money.
Yeah, the sister ship was called the HMHS Britannic.
Yes. It was the Britannica or was the other one?
Wait,
no, it was
so
the other one.
They actually
No, so
loaded
the-
this ship with people and everything, knowing that it was going to sink.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
This is why we left their country in 17.
Wasn't that an American ship?
The Titanic? No.
Yeah. I thought it was.
No.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I know. I didn't
Where
know.
is it?
I
It's
thought
right
it
here.
was.
So the Olympic, that's what it is. Supposedly the Olympic had been damaged in a collision, and there was evidence to prove that the owners had switched the two ships and then sunk the Titanic, aka the already damaged Olympic, for insurance money.
Interesting.
I've heard that one actually many
weird.
of times.
Did you know there's another one called the Britannic?
Yes, that's another sister ship. Yes.
Sneaky
The
buggers.
Britannic is the one that picked him up, I believe.
And the gin
been
tonic.
84 years.
But yes, it was sunk on purpose
Yeah.
so they could claim money.
Because I mean, I'm just saying, freaking icebergs don't just pop up out of nowhere.
Do you
They
think
were aiming.
Oh,
They
I
were
was
aiming.
thinking you
That's
were
what
like-
I'm getting at.
Yeah,
They were aiming.
at the
I'm
iceberg.
alluding to it.
Okay.
They did it on purpose.
All right. So we're going to call it quits on this because, as you can tell, conspiracy theories, we could go all night long, especially Cam.
There will be another
All
episode
night
eventually. I guarantee it.
I'm
yeah,
for real.
we'll
You
definitely
guys-
have a part 2 later on.
Yeah, if you guys are into
Personally-
this, we'll get deeper.
Yeah, personally, I would like to keep future episodes to one specific conspiracy theory, and all of us do homework on said
I'm
conspiracy.
so
and
down.
Then share our insights.
I'm
and
so
personal
down.
values and thoughts.
But we could definitely dive deep in some of these ones that we've already
Oh,
just
yeah.
touched the
But I
Yeah.
feel like we just
crust
scratched
of.
the surface.
Yeah, we just
Exactly.
scratched the
For real.
surface
We
in
just
this
scratched the
episode.
surface of inner Earth, and there's a lot more down there.
We've
Okay.
irritated it and it wants some more scratching.
Yep. Oh,
That's
did you
if we all
know?
survived the next podcast.
True. Do you know what's under flat Earth? Super scientific. It's rocks.
Hold on, we're on like a pedestal.
No, okay,
Just
we're done.
Flat Earth. It's
Stop talking.
I'm not saying it's true.
And on that note,
I'm just saying.
Tony,
All right.
sign us off.
Okay, we're done. Be sure to listen to us on all of our platforms. We now have video, so if you happen to listen to us on YouTube, you can now put a face to a voice. And yeah, we hope to.
If you're listening to us on anything else and you want to see our face, jump over to YouTube.
Yeah,
If you don't want to see our face, that's perfectly fine
Keep
too.
listening to whatever you're listening to us on.
and that is Five's a Crowd podcast. If you try Five's a Crowd just plain, you get Full House
That's true.
So-
I've noticed that.
What?
Yeah.
on
It's an
YouTube.
episode
If you
of Full
just do
House.
Five's a Crowd on YouTube, sadly it brings up Full House
Hey.
before it brings us up.
Hey.
So
Hey, for now,
for now,
we will overtake Five's a Crowd.
help us
day.
overtake Full House.
Ah.
Well, anyway, thanks for being part of the crowd, ladies and gents. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
See ya.
Ciao.
Bye.